Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Sahaviyam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Shri Swaminarayan. We seem to have blessings above. Our sincere namaskars to His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj Ji, the sadhus who are here today, honored guests, and to all devotees present. Sannyasin Sentonada Swami and I are very honored to be here at the inaugural ceremonies for the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir in Chino Hills. I've been asked to speak for about 5 minutes on the role of mandirs in spirituality and society. So in 5 minutes, I've just chosen a few ideas. But before I start the ideas, I wanted to make one point, because no one else here today can do that. Not being a member of the BAPS order, I can talk about the BAPS order, right? And give them some due praise. Certainly, the beauty of the mandir has been well established by many speakers today, and it is exquisite, both inside and out, and we're very happy the height variance was approved. Makes a tremendous difference. But a temple requires more than a structure, more than murtis. What else does it require? Requires pujaris, it requires priests. And one of the beauties of the BAPS system is that you have the sadhus as your priests. And the sadhus have certain qualities, such as purity and intense devotion to God. So I want to have you honor your sadhus at this time. My guru, the late Savaya Subramanya Swami, was involved in an interesting project that I wanted to mention in the years 1975 through 2001. He helped directly over 36 temples in the United States, Canada, and other countries get started. This was at a time when temples were just getting started. There were no traditional Hindu temples in the US before about 1976. So he helped them. He would give them generally a murti of Lord Ganesha and encourage them to start worshiping. So a very unusual activity. He also helped about 24 other temples by giving them advice. So my question to you is, why would my guru put so much energy in helping organizations that have no relationship to us formally build temples? Why do you think? It was because he felt very strongly that Hindu culture comes out of the Hindu temple. That's where it comes from. And if you have a diaspora without temples, what will happen over a few generations? Hindu culture will be lost. No one moving to North America, no Hindus moving to North America from India and other places had in mind that they would lose their culture, right? But indeed, that is what can happen unless you have temples around to help preserve it. Fortunately, the movies today were in English, so I could understand them, as I don't understand any Gujarati. And one of the messages was very strong. And I felt that because the movie and I had no communication, but are saying the same thing, it shows the similarity between our tradition and the tradition of BAPS. Having a temple, what does it do? Well, first you have to learn the culture. The younger generation have to learn. We have to bathe before we go to the temple. We have to prepare offerings in certain ways. When we get there, we have to handle shoes discreetly. Men and women will sit in separate places. All this is part of Hindu culture. When we get to the temple, we have to follow the protocols of giving our offerings, prostrating, praying at certain times during the ceremony in certain ways. This is all new to someone who's never been in a mandir before. For children who have this experience, what does it do? Well, I feel it helps them in specific ways develop certain very key qualities in Hindu culture. Greater respect for elders and sacred objects, I would say. That's very important, to respect your elders and to know when an object is sacred that we need to treat it in a different way. All objects aren't the same. More understanding of the importance of physical cleanliness and purity, and as was pointed out in the last speaker, I believe, the importance of giving before you expect to receive. That's demonstrated in so many ways, from acts of saiva through acts of worship, that we need to give. And when we give, our heart opens and we receive so much back. It makes us a much happier person. Another point that was made in the movie, I was very surprised to hear it because I didn't expect to hear it from young people, was if you worship at a temple in a sincere way, following all the protocols for many years for teenagers, you can develop two very important qualities that don't necessarily develop in other ways: humility and devotion to God. These are two very important qualities that come from many years of sincere worship in temples in mandirs of BAPS Swaminarayan. So these are qualities we want, and I know so many young Hindus who've graduated from the university in the US who aren't members of BAPS, and they lack these qualities. School, in fact, makes them less humble. They come out of school more proud than they were when they went in. You know, this is not progress. The presence of a temple cultivates Hindu culture in another way. It encourages different activities in the home. For example, establishing a home shrine. Many Hindus in the US have the most elegant homes. You walk in them and you feel overwhelmed. They're so beautiful. But they're lacking one very important quality. There's no shrine room. They have more bedrooms than they need, but none of them is a shrine room. So attending the temple naturally encourages Hindus, without making a point of it, to have a little temple in the home. And that transforms religion and culture in the home when there's a home shrine there. And when you worship regularly at a temple, such as this mandir, and then worship in your home shrine, the shrine will actually strengthen in vibration because of your drawing on the temple through your devotion. You bring some of the temple home to your shrine every time you go, if you know how to do that. And the last thought is to take the shrine even one step further is done when we learn how to do a home puja, atmarta puja. Generally, it's the father who learns how to do it. And if the father takes enough interest because he's going to the mandir, seeing that and wants more of that culture in his home, he can learn how to do a puja, which ideally the whole family attends once a day. And then we're really strengthening Hindu culture from the temple into the home in a fantastic way. So thank you again for inviting us. Sannyasin Senchonada Swami and I are very happy to be here.